This thing on? Alright, cool. Hat is on, big forehead. Now let's just get this going. What's good everyone, YouTube? It's me again, back with another video. And to go with the whole on-air collection that I've been talking about, we have actually got another Air Max from that collection. So if you want to find out a little more about the on-air collection, either look it up or go to my first video, check it out, I'd like that. But today we're going to be talking about the winner from London from this on-air collection, and spoiler alert, this is my least favorite from the collection, but I'll get into more as to why I don't like this particular shoe. But anyway, as a quick introduction, this particular Air Max 97 was designed by Jasmine Lassode, I'm not too sure, that's just how you write it. And her inspiration for this particular Air Max was this idea of summer of love, something about a convenience store, 99p, I'm not too sure. Basically, it was inspired by one of her early memories of like going out with a friend, or was it a date? I'm not too sure. As you can probably tell, I didn't find this concept very strong, but enough about the negativity, let's just get into it and be a little objective. Today we are talking about the Air Max 97 OA JL, so on air, Jasmine Lassode, in the Summer of Love colorway. So with the intro out of the way, let's get into the box. So just like all the other on airs, they come in this sort of glossy black Nike box. We've got Nike on air written at the top, and then Nike written on the side. Then opening, we're actually greeted with this postcard, which comes with every other on-air collection. And this particular postcard has London 24/7 news agent food and wine, and pretty much it's kind of like little call-outs to a convenience store. So just put it over there. And then on the back, we've got a very short message written by Jasmine Lassode, and the message goes, "Love is in the air, X." Not really writing an epic narrative, but that's okay. And moving on to the paper, we've actually got that same paper with all the cities plastered on it. So you've got the usual Tokyo, NYC, Paris, Shanghai, London, and Seoul. So once we pull out the paper, the shoes were stuffed with standard sort of packing paper. And then attached on one of the shoes, we actually get, which is a nice bonus, we actually get two sets of extra laces. So we've actually got this plain pair of white laces, and then we've got these blue laces with neon yellow or green aglets at the tip. So nice that there are some extra laces, but enough of that. If we move to the label, it reads Air Max 97 OA JL. So in terms of retail price, so this shoe retailed for 270 Australian dollars on Nike AU. I'll put the conversion here. And for 270 Australian dollars, yes, you do get two extra laces, which, you know, 97s usually cost $250, so 10 bucks per lace. But in terms of changing the silhouette, we'll get into it. So with the box out of the way, let's get into the shoes. And here we are, the Air Max 97 OA JL in the Summer of Love colorway or concept. So right off the bat, if you just look at it straight away, this really does look like a traditional 97, and you'd be right actually. There isn't much changed in terms of the shapes or the details on the 97 silhouette itself, but there are a few smaller details written on it that kind of hint to this concept of like the convenience store summer fun times, I guess. But moving on to the I guess the first layer of leather, I guess. We've got 97p written all over it, and apparently this is supposed to be inspired by the stickers that you would find at convenience stores that mark the prices, so 99 pence or a pound, or I'm not from the UK, so I'm not too sure, but it's an interesting detail. And actually moving to the base layer, this white sort of it's not even leather, it's actually this sort of rubberized material. You've got this cross-hatch kind of pattern debossed into it. I'm not sure the inspiration behind this. And then if we go to the back of the shoe, we've got good chat written on it. And going in on the inside of the shoe, on the left shoe, it's got plastered open, and then on the right shoe, the insole has got closed written all over it. And I think this is the idea of like convenience stores being open and closed. Real strong on that. And then on the tongue, we've actually got the slightly changed Air logo. It says Air 24/7, and I'm assuming the 24/7's for like convenience stores as well. And we've got the traditional sort of 3M piping that runs along the shoe. So when you take a photo with the flash, you'll see that the top two lines, as well as this circular line that runs on the tongue, will light up. And if we move down to the air bubble, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the shoe. We've got this nice gradient that goes from this dark, this like sort of vibrant orange and fades into this neon yellow or Volt color. I don't love the color choices, but I love the fade that they've done on the air bubble, which is nice. And if it isn't obvious, there are a lot of really bright colors, which kind of gives off this summery vibe. You've got bright orange, neon yellow, green, sky blue, well not sky blue, like navy blue, purple in the back. So it's a lot of colors put together, and then you've got it all on this sort of white based upper, I would say. Moving on to the cushioning, we've actually got a full length air unit. This was introduced in 1997, so you've got the full length air unit with the pillars running through it, and then you've got the separated chamber in the heel. And I'll talk about comfort later in the video. Now in terms of sizing, this feels just like any other 97. If you've watched my 97 Silver Bullet, you would know that I had those in a 9.5, and I felt they were a bit too small at true to size. So for me, I would recommend you go up half a size. Unfortunately, I did buy these in a 9.5. They're doable, but I would definitely recommend a 10 for myself. So my recommendation would be half size up. Now in terms of comfort, this really feels exactly like my Silver Bullets that I used to own. The comfort really is not there. This air cushioning is all technology, you don't really feel it. And this multi-layer upper, while looks great and looks beautiful and gives the shoe a really sort of sleek appearance, it really doesn't do much in terms of breathability or flexibility. So I would just say, as a retro Air Max, it's probably what you'd expect. Now we get into the part of the video where I talk about my opinions on this shoe. And as I alluded to earlier at the start of the video, this is by far my least favorite shoe out of the collection. I just honestly feel like they haven't changed much in terms of elevating the 97 silhouette. To me, when I look at this kind of looks like a GS size like Air Max that you'll find at the outlet with an additional 40% off discount. That's the kind of shoe this reminds me of, honestly. It's just like these bright colors, you know, color blocks in a way that I feel like children would enjoy. And you know, this is just my opinions on this, but I just don't think this really speaks to a concept very strongly. Yes, you've got the 97P written all over it, and yes, it's the Air Max 97, so I get that. But I feel like in comparison to the rest of the on-air collection, this really is quite lackluster. The Paris work in progress, like I said, has really jumped up in my estimations because that really nailed the concept of work in progress. The Le Mesclas have had that really nice sort of nods and details that really kind of showcased the idea of multiculturalism and the concrete jungle, NYC. Whereas this one really just is kind of like, I wouldn't even say a flash in the pan, it's just kind of there. And, you know, no shade towards the designer, because honestly, like, I can't imagine the difficulties you must go through to actually design a concept, but this ain't it, honestly. So that is just my opinion on this shoe. And with that, we've come to the end of another video. Generally, I don't like being all that negative. I usually buy shoes I like. And you know, I bought these because I am a huge fan of the 97, but honestly, just these colors really do not do anything for me. And you know, I'd love to hear where you would rank this amongst all the other Air Maxes. I've already said in the last two videos, this by far is my 6th favorite. I wouldn't even say favorite, this is my least favorite of the entire collection. and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I don't see this shifting up or down, so that's just where I'd rank it. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Like the video if you like the video, dislike the video if you dislike the video. And now, time for the on-feet portion. I've tried to go a little flashy with this, but I don't know if it's saved the shoe. And I'll catch you guys in another video. Oh my god, they're succulent. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to return these. Christ. No!